Going big, going bigger. Postmates how I deliver.
The NFL is on EA Sports, and we are in Silicon Valley at Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. The scene a short time ago, this crowd, they love their 49ers, and they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. And we're ready for football as the 49ers get set to do battle with the Baltimore Ravens. It's a rematch of Super Bowl 47 minus one Harbaugh. The Ravens and 49ers are underway. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. They'll run for the first time with Mark Ingram. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. It's a give to the right. Ingram. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming. Little trouble thus far on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 11.
Mike 56, Mike 56. Blue there. 56, the mock boy, 56. Check.
From the gun, Jackson. And that is incomplete. There to get a hand in and knock that one away, DJ Reed. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
Taken in at the 22. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10.
Here we go.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Check 31. Check 21. Here we go.
They'll run for the first time with Tevin Coleman. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
12, fellas, here we go. Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out. I got this. 21, 21. 48 Mike, 48 Mike.
Throwing on second down. Garoppolo. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
From the gun on third, Garoppolo. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete. The former first-round pick Marlon Humphrey there to get a hand on it.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on third down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a fourth down decision.
So on fourth down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowsky to punt this one away. It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return, and the Ravens, they'll take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And a 3-and-out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out with a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
On second down, it's Ingram. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
Back-to-back 4-yard runs. Now, look, if they just do that all the way downfield, ball ends up in the end zone, but that's a little difficult to do.
Yeah, I think now 3rd and 2, that defense ready to stiffen up and stop that run. He's going to be taken down here, still a couple yards short of the first. The keeper nets him only a yard, and that's going to bring up 4th. And an alley to run. Space to maneuver at the 40. Defensively, a bit of a collapse, allowing the 4th down play to result in 23 yards.
So did you suspect the same thing that I did, that they were lining up just to draw them off sides here?
100%.
Well, how about that? They were going for it the entire time. Never a question in his mind about going ahead and getting it, despite where they were on the field.
Yeah, I don't know if you heard it in my voice when they snapped the ball. I was like, I almost wasn't ready to call the play. I just kept waiting for the timeout offensively. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. From midfield now, here's Jackson. It's caught by Mark Ingram. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. 10 yards there. Good enough for a Raven first down. This is Ingram on 1st and 10. They'll wind up getting 4 down to the 36. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Out of the gun, they give to Ingram. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down. Jackson looking to throw on third. And he's got Snead. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Marquise Brown, 27 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands and maybe the offensive move a little bit
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Here we go. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. After 7-0 on EA Sports.
Here we go, here we go, here we go.
Tie it right. 4 down, check. 4 down.
One, Omaha. Go ahead, go ahead.
On 1st down, Garoppolo taking a shot for Samuel. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. Touchdown, 49ers. Deebo Samuel, 59 yards, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Robbie Gould on for the extra point. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. To throw is Jackson. He'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir, able to turn that into a positive gain. The Ravens on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
56 to Mike. 56 is the Mike. Watch the cut.
From the gun, it's Jackson. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder Jimmy Ward. And into the end zone. A pick six for the 49er D as they score the touchdown.
Did I just see what I thought I saw? Did I just see what I thought? That had to be. Come on, say it for me. Say it for me. Who picked up that pass?
The free safety.
Oh, you got to have those great skills back there. Eyes, anticipation, great hands. And, of course, how about the fluid moves afterwards to take it all the way to the house?
Sounds like you're watching your old game film up here in your head.
Yeah, that's the dream I had of being that player. I just never was.
And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula to get them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
On 2nd down, Ingram. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. They'll fake the give to Ingram. Now Jackson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Sheldon Day. He's the culprit, causes a loss of 5, and it brings up 4th down. Here's Sam Cook now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs.
Here we go, here we go.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive. They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Mike's 57. 57's Mike.
13. 13.
Switch.
On 2nd and 9, Garoppolo eluding the pressure right, and it's incomplete.
Well, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
Switch.
To throw is Garoppolo. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Tony Jefferson. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
A 10th carry here for Mark Ingram. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
On second down now. It's Ingram, and that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and they're going to have a 3rd down. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman. He's in Orlando, and he'll have our EA Sports halftime report. Here's Jackson to throw. He's going to fire. It's caught at the 10. And they move this all the way down to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed, and he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Lamar Jackson with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Tucker with the extra point. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
Let's go! Let's go!
At their own 25-yard line.
Here we go, here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They start from scratch here, so to speak. 14 all following the interception last time that led to a score. Well, they've got it 1st and 10. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now Garoppolo. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Here we go, here we go, here we go. Black 80!
Let's go, baby. They turn over. Get that ball. Get that ball.
They'll run with Coleman on 1st down. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a 1st down, but still, you take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30.
They're making it look easy out there. Another 1st down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 1st downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Check, 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 check. Hey, switch gears, switch gears.
65, 65. And
Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? leverage, athleticism. They created some nice space for him.
On second down, it's Coleman. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half.
Here we go, here we go. 180!
Check 48, the mic. Rip right. Check 24, check 24. Shift.
Right back to Coleman here on first down. And they'll get him down right around the 16. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half.
At the Ravens 16-yard line.
Here we go.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Let's see what you got. Watch the shift. Hey, watch the shift. Go.
And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Jimmy Garoppolo with his second touchdown pass of this first half as his guys are able to regain the lead.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front. And now, see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this second quarter. Gold able to tack on the extra point. And the lead is now 21-14. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fielded about a yard deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a...
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
The Niners take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Here we go.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40.
Here we go.
So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the second half.
Let's go, let's go. Here we go, here we go,
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
You gonna see me in your nightmares.
Rush in, rush in.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Coleman. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Second and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on third down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
Now a run on first down is not going to get off the ground as they will get him behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of 3. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And now it's second down.
Here we go, here we go, here we go. Wait, 80!
Let's go. Watch the run. He's checking, he's checking, he's checking.
21, 21.
Garoppolo going to hand this one to Coleman. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. 8 yards on the run, and that cuts this down to a third and about 5.
On a second and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on third down.
21, 21.
The former Purdue Boilermaker, Raheem Mostert. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's fourth down.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this third down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football. They just swarmed and stuffed them for almost no gain.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big pickup there, 20 yards as they convert on fourth.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down.
Here we go again. Kill.
Here's Coleman. And he'll be dropped at the 23 after a pickup of about 4.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
At the 23-yard line.
Following the pickup of 4, here's second and 6.
Keep it up. Bang.
On second down, a run with Breida. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a third down and 6. So it's third and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive. On third down, here's Coleman. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. Boy, that's a 5-yard loss. Fourth down now.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the third quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
This is taken at the 3. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
That one good for 13 and a Raven first down.
And that was a nice, strong run by the guy they call the field general.
And a Raven first down.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. This time, Jackson will throw it. And this one's incomplete. Well, CD, with the end of the season comes the announcement of the All-Pro team, and everybody was like, wait a second, Christian McCaffrey's listed twice. Is that a mistake? No, he got it both at running back and flex. Pretty impressive.
Very impressive, because I think a lot of people thought that if you have a running back and a flex position, that maybe Christian McCaffrey would go into the flex because he catches the ball so well. And you would go ahead and elevate the big guy out of Tennessee, Derrick Henry, to the All-Pro running back. Henry ends up being a second-team guy, but McCaffrey deserves being first-team running back as well as first-team flex. He had a tremendous, spectacular year.
And as you might imagine, Baltimore leads the way. 5 players named to the All-Pro selection. Of course, leading the way for them, the quarterback Lamar Jackson.
Yes, and rightly so. And I fully expect him to be named the MVP when we get to NFL honors right before the Super Bowl. He's going to sweep all of those, and he deserves it. Carried that team throughout the season and got better in their bigger games.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target. Incomplete. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
56. Don't get nervous. Check it back.
And with the play clock getting closer to 0, John Harbaugh is going to call a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Stop. Mike 56. Mike 56. 3 buds.
Here we go on 4th down with Jackson. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that's caught inside the 30. So a moment to catch our collective breath after the 4th down conversion. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10.
Mike's 56.
No gain on this defense, no gain.
Hey, 56. Mike, 56. Right there, 56.
Jackson from the shotgun. He's got his man. It's Andrews. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down.
2nd and 8 at the Niners' 27-yard line.
56 Mike.
And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. Give him a loss of 6 yards, and it brings up 3rd down.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
The Ravens on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 14.
57, 57's right. God, it's game situation. Let's go.
Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up.
From the gun, it's a run for Ingram. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This will be kicked from the 42. It's a 52-yard attempt. And this one is right down Broadway. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3 and out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
This is taken about 7 yards deep.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here we go.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. The field goal we just saw has us now at a 1-score game, and on this side of the football, things are getting pretty tenuous, a little stressful.
Blood pressure up a little bit, you think?
I think up a lot of it.
Could you imagine taking the pulse right now? It might be like a jackhammer out there on that side of the ball. But here's what the deal is. I think what we've observed is a team that's been playing not to lose as opposed to playing to win. And they've got to get back to that. And that means opening things up again, being a little more free in what they're trying to get done on offense.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down.
Watch twist, watch twist, watch twist. Check 99, check 99.
They will run again with Coleman. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides.
Watch twist, watch twist. Wide, get wide. Undercrush, undercrush.
They'll try and run for it here. It's Coleman. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
There's a lot of different formulas to winning football, but one constant over the years, winning on 3rd down. That pickup there was big because they had struggled throughout this one.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Pick your game up. Slam, slam, slam.
Coleman. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. And this defense here going to burn their 2nd timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning.
Here we go, here we go, here we go. 180!
Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone.
Big Ed, big Ed, big Ed. Shit, shit, shit. Shit, shit.
Garoppolo gives to Breida. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. And now here comes the third of their timeouts defensively. So they'll be left with only the 2-minute warning to stop it from here on out. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. Coleman now. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down.
It's 4th down.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game.
Yeah, baby, yeah.
So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They're looking at a 4th down now as they try to hold on to this lead for dear life. Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially, and that will come the offense as they take over.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. 23 yards to pick up there. Here's Jackson. He's going to find his tight end, Boyle. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. And it's caught. It's a touchdown. So they rally here in the final minute, and they're an extra point away from tying this game. Now Tucker to add the PAT. And we are tied here in the fourth quarter. Nothing separating these two sides. 24 all our score as he sends this one away.
The Niners take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play. But if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that. 2nd and 12 after the first down pass play went backwards for 2 yards. This is Coleman. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining.
Here we go, here we go. 180!
Now Garoppolo. The tight end Kittle has it on the left side. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and there'll be time for maybe one final play before we hit triple zeros.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Tie game, and barring something incredible here, we're likely headed to overtime.
And just a couple of scenarios here to keep in mind. One, if you want to be really aggressive, you do throw the Hail Mary and see if you can get something downfield.
What would you do?
What I would do is either hand it off inside or more likely I take a knee and let the clock run out. Because if I'm back there trying to throw.
That's caught inside the 20. And he gets it down deep into San Francisco territory. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away.
Come on, baby, let's go. Get excited. Let's go. Let's go.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
Yeah, as we said, they control their own destiny now. Here's second and 7 now from the 28.
11. They're not ready for this. They still playing soccer.
They'll keep it on the ground. Coleman, he'll have a first down past the 40 as he'll get this one up to the 44-yard line. It'll go as a first down for San Francisco on a pickup of 16.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Here we go. Black 80! Let's go, Heavy. Heavy, what you got? Heavy? What you got, Heavy? Give me some. Here we go. Shift! Watch the shift! '21. Check 13.
On first down, here's Breida. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Tackle made there by Tony Jefferson. Well, if you look where that play starts, O-line versus D-line, that was a battle won by the D-line.
Yeah, and oftentimes it's won by quickness off the ball. Who can handle the guy across from them best? On that play, the defensive line did exactly that.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, second and 10. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 32-yard line.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one. And that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain.
White. Lock. Hey, alert.
They'll run on first down. It's Coleman looking for a seam but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Here we go, here we go. Like 20! That's right, baby. They don't want it. 6 guys. Check 6 guys. Check 26. Check 26. Check the hot read.
They'll keep it on the ground. Coleman. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. They'll get a dozen there, and it's a first down, 49ers.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
Here we go. 180! 48 right now. Let's go. Here we go. 2, 12. Time go.
On first down, it's Coleman. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. A gain of 3, second down. And I know you, with every carry, especially in overtime, you're just saying, if you're that ball carrier, hold on to the football.
Hold on to it, protect it, but not necessarily settling, because you're trying to get to the end zone. You're trying to end the game right here. And I know the defensive guys poking, clawing, raking, trying to knock the ball free and protect their end zone.
Yeah, like you alluded to, especially this part of the field.
13. 21. Here we go. 12, fellas. Here we go.
On second down, it's Coleman, and he's heating up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. They'll be down to just 1 remaining as we step aside here in overtime. Opening drive of overtime, and now facing a 3rd down and 6. Big play coming up. On the ground, it's a handoff to Coleman. And he's into the end zone for the touchdown and a game winner in OT. Now, partner, a great game that we got to see and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime, a little whipped cream on top.
Look at you, tried to make this whole thing palatable.
I just want you to pay for my meal later.
You really just wanted 4 quarters, what you wanted. But how much fun was that? We had that type of a game where we got us to overtime, and then we get the dramatic ending to finish things off as well. What a game.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. The 49ers get the win here at home as we say so long from Santa Clara.